I can give you about these screens is look at the screen across from you. It helps you sing into and feel part of our community. Our natural inclination is to turn to the screen that's closest to you. Don't do it. Sing as if you're talking across the sanctuary, and it will enable us to be here. So we are in our second only ever week of multi-access prayer. How extraordinary, how joyful to have people coming into our building. Last week, Lynn, you posted a beautiful picture of our lights shining out of our building on a Friday night as you approached, and what that meant, what it means to see each of you here on a Friday night, what it means truly to be joined by those who are joining us digitally. It is extraordinary to know that our connection to each other is sustained and enables us to face each week anew. What a gift this Shabbat is to be with each of us.
So tonight, we invite in all the parts of ourselves into this sanctuary, into this Zoom room. If you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook or on the Temple website, we welcome you to take that Shabbos breath, to feel that connection that Rabbi Cari's talking about. A friend of mine said this week, she said, I feel like I keep finding new rooms of myself, new rooms in myself. And I thought that was such a beautiful way to say it, that we're always discovering these parts of ourselves, especially as we do new things, which we're all doing tonight, and which Javi is doing tonight as well, our newest bar mitzvah, who's here with his family, who will be leading services for the first time tomorrow and helping out tonight as well. So I have this sense always, since we're coming back together, that we're practicing a little bit. And do I need a little more sound here? Yeah, Dan, can you just give me a little more? That we're practicing discovering the parts of ourselves. None of us are the same as the last time we were here in the sanctuary, not one of us. And to think about all those changes and what it's like for you watching on Zoom to see people in the sanctuary and to be in your own home and thinking about how it feels different, how it feels the same. So on this Shabbos, let's turn to each other and let's turn to ourselves in friendship. And we begin with an excerpt by John O'Donohue, who some of you know I love, a priest, a poet, a writer, a theologian. And this is just an excerpt from his friendship blessing. He says, "May you learn to be a good friend to yourself. May you be able to journey to that place in your soul where there is great love, warmth, feeling, and forgiveness. May this change you. May it transfigure that which is negative, distant, or cold in you. May you be brought in to the real passion, the kinship, the affinity of belonging."
Amen.
And may we feel those invisible lines of connection, one heart to another, all over this country, all over the world, wherever you are tuning in tonight, how good it is to be together. And we're on page 2. Hine ma tov umanayim. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov umanayim. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah Amen. nice to hear you sing. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov umanayim. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov umanayim. Downside I can see to being in the sanctuary is learning to sing with a mask on. And so feel free to find your own way to sing out. It has been wonderful to hear your voices. I spent last Shabbat service practically hyperventilating because I had the wrong mask on. So feel free to get yourself comfortable and just sing out as loudly as you can. And we would love to invite Javi and his family on up to light the Shabbat candles. Javi has been bringing light to our learning core for years now. And Javi, thank you so much for lighting our candles. We turn to page 1 for the blessings. Javi, you just got one more.
We had a runaway flame.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlek ner shel Shabbat.
It's like one of those trick candles that instead of you can't put it out, you can't light it. Let's see what we can do here.
Switch one out.
Yeah. Oh. All right. We're not going to do the blessing all over again, but let's give it another try. When the puns started, that's when I used to end the Zoom meeting, but it's not as easy in person. Perfect.
And we say a Mazel Tov, Sarah, to you and to Anthony, proud parents of Javi. So glad you're with us tonight. And let us turn to page 5. Shiru Ladonai, Shiru Shir Chadash. Sing out to God, sing out a new song. Shiru Ladonai, Shiru Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Hu Shemo, Basaru miyom liyom Yeshu'ato, Shiru Ladonai, Shiru Shir Chadash, Shir
Dodi, our song where we welcome Shabbat into our hearts and our community. Pages 11 and 12. We'll sing stanzas 1, 2, 5, and 9. When we reach stanza 9, I'll gesture with my hands. It's an invitation to rise in body or in spirit, to turn and face the back of the sanctuary and to let the gift, the peace of Shabbat, come to you.
L'chan dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekave. Waltzing is welcome. Dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekavela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad Anu el hamayuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad L'shem u'tiferet ve'lit hilah L'cha dodi likrat kala P'nei Shabbat nekavela Likrat Shabbat lechuven elcha Ki mekor habaracha Merosh mikedem nesucha Sov ma'aseh v'machshava techila Lecha dodi likrat kala P'nei Shabbat nekavela. Hit oreri, kiva orech, kumi ori, uri, shir daveri, kevod Adonai, alayich nigla. Lecha dodi likrat kala P'nei Shabbat nekavela Bo'i v'shalom ateret bala Gam b'simcha u'v'tzochala Toch emuneh Am segula Bo'i kala Lecha dodi likrat kala P'nei Shabbat nekavela.
So an extraordinary thing just happened. As you all turn to the back of the sanctuary, we expect Shabbat, the bride, to be welcoming, and we saw our community. And there is nothing perhaps more appropriate than to turn to each other in that moment and welcome each other fully with all of the joy and celebration as if we were greeting, because we are greeting somebody holy. So turn back around. Wave again. We love you. They love you. You see them waving back. And isn't that, we just did something incredible. We did something brand new. Two-way communication just happened in our sanctuary. It is an honor, an incredible honor to invite Javi up to the bima as we turn to page 15.
Yes.
Do I remember that
Yes,
page
15.
number? We remain standing in body or in spirit for the Chatzi Kaddish. Do you like this?
No, he doesn't need it. Take your time. You got it.
Yitzgadal v'yitzgadash Shemei Rabbah
Amen.
Be'alma divara hirute v'yamlich malhute בחייכון וביומכון וחיי דכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו amen.
Turning to page 16, the far right column, that bolded column right in the middle. Baruch Hu, dear one, coming home to ourselves, coming home to each other.
Baruch Hu,
Baruch Hu,
dear one,
Shekhinah, holy name, when I call on the light of my soul, I come home.
Baruch Hu,
Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name, when I call on the light of my soul, I come home.
Baruch Hu,
Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name, when I call on the light of my soul, I come home.
we are loved.
Hold on 1 second. That is awesome. And yes, we are loved. And you are loved. And we are all loved. And on the journey to the Shema, we take that time as we approach this concept, this idea that all life is connected and one, to sing, to acknowledge, to know that we are loved. We're going to sing these words together.
We are loved, loved, loved by unending love and unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by unending love and unending love. We are embraced by arms that find us even when we are hidden from ourselves. We are touched by fingers that soothe us, even when we are too proud for soothing. We are counseled by voices that guide us, even when we are too embittered to hear. We are loved, loved, loved by unending love and unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by unending love and unending love. We are supported by hands that uplift us, even in the midst of a fall. We are urged on by eyes that meet us, even when we are too weak for meeting. We are loved, loved, loved by unending love and unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by unending love and unending love. Embrace, touch, soothe, and counsel. Ours are the arms, the fingers, the voices. Ours are the hands, the eyes, the smiles. We are loved by an unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by unending love and unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by unending love and unending love. Here, let the whisper of the infinite enter the secret chamber of your heart. Yearning is a gift. It pierces the shell you build around who you truly are. The source of kindness and the source of justice are, in truth, one source, the only one, the source of love. Wrestle with the infinite. Become one. There is no other, no otherness. All that has been, all that is, and all that shall be, all comes from one, and all is one. We all flower from the one root. We are kin. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד.
You may be seated. We continue with the Ve'ahavta, the acts of love and compassion that are to fill our days and nights in response to the unity of all life. We'll chant the first paragraph of the Ve'ahavta on page 18. Put your finger in page 20. We'll jump to the second paragraph of page 20.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Be taught now among the trees and rocks how the discarded is woven into shelter. Learn the way things hidden and unspoken slowly proclaim their voice in the world. Find that far inward symmetry to all outward appearances. Apprentice yourself to yourself. Begin to welcome back all you sent away. Make yourself a door through which to be hospitable, even to the stranger in you. We turn to the words of Micha Mocha at the bottom of page 21.
Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai. Micha Mocha nehedar b'kodesh Nora tehillah. Oseh feleh, oseh feleh. Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai. Micha Mocha nehedar b'kodesh Nora tehillah. Oseh feleh, oseh feleh.
We turn to page 25. As we prepare for the Amidah, the series of prayers at the heart of our service this evening, we'll chant the first three blessings in community and then take time in the sanctuary of each other's community, each other's presence, in the sanctuary of this gift of time that is Shabbat for our own prayers and reflections. Page 25, please rise in body or in spirit.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid ilatecha. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid ilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekoneh Hakol, Vezocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah Rav lehoshia. Mechakel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim. Somech noflim verofeh cholim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato lishenei afar. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. Turn to page 90, the third song down. Ozi v'zimratia, the balance of my strength. God's song is my rescue. Ozi v'zimratia, Vayehi li shua, Ozi v'zimratia, Vayehi li shua, Ozi v'zimratia, Vayehi sound of harmony once again. We turn to page 130 from Misha Berach on the far right column, asking for healing, praying for those who are in need of healing, of mind, of body, of spirit. And after we read this list of those we're praying for in this community, I'll invite you to raise your hands here in the sanctuary for names you'd like to add. And for you on Zoom and on FaceTime, please use the chat function wherever you are to add in names and hold those in your heart who are in need of healing. Tonight we pray for the healing of Patty Richard, Diana Sanders, Andy Cassell, Jeremy Harry, Liz Harry, Harry Manco, Jessica Guertin, Christine Mills, Marty Wisnant, Denise Pappas, Joyce and David Adamson, the Primmerman family, David Hale, Tom Alexander, Al Levin, Joyce Catania, Susan Zimmerman-Inney, Arlene Norris, Paul Coulard, Jeff Wisnia, Jonathan Sharon, Deb Midman, Neil Daniels Midman, Susan Trendall, Melissa Martin and her daughter, Pat Lazar, Amanda Hill, Harriet Levy, Ann Pillow, Judy Donaldson, Colleen Berry, Michael Slonim, Alan and Joanne Travis, Fiona Sutton, Ayana Masla, Norman and Fran Waxler, Sue Boardman, Angela Panzone, Linda and Fred Lukasik, Nancy Alpert, Ed Snow, Debbie Gilman, Patty Shepard, Jennifer Chase, Ellen Lee, Jeff Bray, Vicki Oman, Ken Blumberg, Jimmy Krasnow, Ayelet Bat-Chava Vaher-Shmuel, Claude Lieber, Nancy Lazaro Lieber, Kathy Nath, and Mason Lee. I invite you to raise your hand if there are names you would like to add, Audrey.
My brother's
Pat. Judy. Judy. Thank you. All of these names, all the people in our hearts tonight, let us join our voices together in this healing prayer. Misheberach Avoteinu Mikor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach Imotenu Mikor HaBracha Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. turn back to page 31. Oseh shalom bimromav. May the one who makes peace in the heavens make peace right here with us, amongst us. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'imru amen. May the one who makes peace above make peace descend on all of us, and Yisrael. Let us say amen. Oseh shalom b'Yisrael. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'imru amen. Oseh, the one who makes peace above, make peace descend on all of us, and Yisrael. Let us say amen. Let us say amen. Let us say amen.
You're an angel. You ever looked a person in the eye and uttered those words and really meant it? I have. A few times in my life, in moments of my greatest need, in moments when I was out of resources, in moments when all of the skills I possessed weren't enough. In moments I saw it coming, and in moments I couldn't predict. An angel stepped in those moments. Angels appear all over this week's Torah portion. Abraham is recovering from surgery late in life, and 3 angels appear announcing the good news that Isaac will be born late in life. Lot encounters angels who are attempting to reach Sodom and Gomorrah, and he stops them and he protects them, and he offers to wash their feet and offer them water and care for them. Hagar is sent into the wilderness with her beloved son Ishmael, away from the protection of Abraham's community. She is sent out at Sarah's behest, and when she can find no water and she despairs for her son's life, an angel lifts her eyes and she sees a well. Abraham is tested by God. The command to sacrifice his second son, the son by Sarah, with his hand raised to do that which cannot be undone, an angel stills his hand. Angels have a funny way of appearing over and over again. I've experienced angels. like those in the text, those who show up when everything is lost. I wish that believing in angels or experiencing angels, because it's not so much that I believe in angels, it's that I experience them, meant that those impossibly difficult moments that tend to precede the angelic appearance didn't occur. I wish that's how the world worked. And the theodicy, the explanation of the pain and the brokenness and the evil in our world and how that can be if I also experience angels, that I'll save for a day that's not Shabbat, when we can argue it out a little bit back and forth. It's a good conversation and it's worthy of having. But since that doesn't seem to be the world that I live in, but I wish it was. I'm just going to say it one more time in case it's unclear. It would be really, really great if that could be the case. But since it doesn't seem to be so, I'm choosing this week to see our reading of Parshat Vayera as an invitation. There is a negativity bias in our brains. It is there. It is there to protect us. Over and over again, we will pay attention to that which is scary or dangerous or bad, and that is not wrong, because, if a tiger's chasing you, pay attention, right? Seems like good common sense. But we are prone, when we retell stories or when we go back over experiences or when we think about what we've experienced over and over and over again, to talk about the negative, to talk about what happened right before the angel appeared. Those moments are true. Those moments are real. Those moments deserve our care and compassion. And equally true, equally amazing, equally worthy of our note, our reminiscence, our experiencing and re-experiencing over and over and over again, are those angels. It seems to me that this Shabbat Vayera, this week, we are invited to make room in our stories, to retell our stories again, and make sure that those angels, they shine a little bit for Shabbat. May your angels be a part of your journey this week.
We are going to begin to conclude our service this evening. And just a reminder that next week will be an all-online Shabbat service. The fifth Friday of each month is Shabbat at home for everybody. And a reminder also to just tonight, and in the chats maybe to send out some mazel tovs to Javi and to his parents and to the whole family on just reaching this moment, Javi. And we could not be more proud of you and for you, and blessed to be in this community with you and your family. So let us take all this, all that is in our hearts tonight, and turn to the words of Aleinu on page 42, letting those angels shine. It's so beautiful. And if you look, if you're looking at a siddur, at a prayer book, we're on page 42, the third paragraph down, the fourth line of that third paragraph, V'hashevota el levavecha. Let this dwell in your heart this beautiful Shabbos evening. We invite you to rise in body or in spirit.
We turn to page 44. Turning our hearts to those who now live in our hearts. This week, we stand in acknowledgement of the deaths of Frances Mills, the mother of Christine, and Rabbi Earl Grolman, one of the great teachers of Judaism, taught us the wisdom and the ways of mourning in particular, but of Judaism and how to live in ways that honor. We are in the period of Shloshim for Aviva Goldenberg and Jerry Mills. We acknowledge the yard sites of Diane Stone, of Goldie Ottenheimer, of Catherine Schwartz, and Joel Quinto. And we are in the year of remembrance for Jack Langerman, for Gladys Schuker, and Roberta Lipperman. For those of you here who feel someone in their heart whose name you would like to bring into our community, I invite you to raise your hand so I can indicate towards you and you can say that person's name out loud. We weave our voices together, becoming one community who honors the memory of those who live on as love is eternal. Page 44. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirtei, ve'amlich malchutei, B'chayechon uvyomechon, uvchaye dechol Beit Yisrael, Bagala Vizman Kari Vimru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach Leolam Ulamei Almaya. Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh. V'yitadar V'yitale V'yitalal Shemei Dekudasha Brichu. Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shamaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. V'imru, amen. May the one who makes peace in the heavens make peace for us, for all Israel, and all who dwell on earth, to which we all say, you may be seated.
We conclude tonight by singing Shalom Aleichem, singing to those attending angels from on high, welcoming in the Shabbat angels. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyonim, Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyonim, Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Sechem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yai dai 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 yai dai 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 yai dai dai yai dai dai yai dai yai dai 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 yai dai 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 yai dai 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 dai. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom, everyone on Zoom and on Facebook and on YouTube and on the Temple website. Good Shabbos to all.